Tuesday. I hope y'all are all doing well. Out for my morning walk. I know it's going to be hot today, this morning. The Supreme Court, let's talk. Okay, so Clarence Thomas was caught on video leaving from wherever he was meeting with the Republicans. Today, they're supposed to decide on a decision of ending birthright citizenship. And if that shit happens, there is going to be a revolt, some kind of heavy, and rightfully so. It's fair game. Because if you end birthright citizenship, then what does that mean for us as Black Americans? So you better make the right choice if you know what's best for you. And they're doing all of this shit because midterms are approaching. They're talking about ending the 17th Amendment. Donald Trump wants this SAVE Act to pass. And what the SAVE Act would do would disenfranchise voters. And we know exactly which voters he wants to disenfranchise. That's women. That's Black people. That's any other marginalized group. Y'all heard Brian Kemp on the hot mic in Georgia complaining about Black voters because they know that they need us. They know that they need our votes. Our votes are powerful. And now they're going to try to dilute it and water it down. Clarence Thomas has not been for the people. Has not been for the people since 1992. And again, like I said, when I did my show with King Jives, we will never forgive you, and we will always remember what you did to Anita Hill. We will never forgive you for that. Never. Okay? Make the right goddamn choice. That's all I'm telling you. Because Black people, we will turn this motherfucker inside out. Period. I mean, and then he's still bitching on Truth Social, still bitching and complaining. There's going to be more deportations against Haitian Americans. They've already started. Venezuelan people, they don't care if you were born here legally or not. I said this yesterday in yesterday's Morning Live. We are now in the show me your papers stage. And what that means is, remember back in the days you had to prove that you were an American citizen? That's what we're going back to now. I mean, it's baffling to me that 77 million Americans would vote against their own interests. I just won't get it. I will never understand it. But Clarence Thomas is not for the people. I said it once and I'll say it again. All skin folk is not kinfolk. I kind of got knots in my stomach because I know what the ruling of this is going to be. If they can overturn Roe, think about it, the Dobbs decision, if they can overturn Roe versus Wade, what's to say that they won't end birthright citizenship? Give me 1 second. I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry, I got a phone call. But yeah, like I'm saying, if they can end birthright citizenship, what's to say they're not, well, not that, but if they can end Roe versus Wade, and we just celebrated the day that it was not celebrated in a good way, but a lot of women lost their rights. So if they can go after that, they're trying to go amendment by amendment by amendment. Again, 4 million Americans lost their health care as a result of Republicans refusing to negotiate to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies. My God, today. My God. But this is where we are. And before anyone say, this is not who we are, white supremacy is a sickness. And it is now, it's costing everybody. Your bigotry, your hatred is expensive. And we're all having to suffer because y'all couldn't vote for a black woman. And I know I sound like a broken record saying it, but it's true. Y'all really need to deal with that shit. Really. You're going to have to learn that black people, we're not going anywhere. Our existence will always be here because our ancestors built this country. So, as many times as y'all try to erase us, take away the history that we've contributed to this country, I'll give you an example, the Smithsonian Museum. Removing President Obama's portrait, putting his portrait there. Orange Piggy. I mean, this is what whitewashing looks like. So when they say, oh, America 250, America 250, and I showed y'all the old police station where they had the Confederate flags decorated on the front of the old police station, I'm not celebrating that. No. For over 250 years, this has been the game plan. And you want to know what Karen Roberts and the Heritage Foundation did? They went and they studied African American history. They studied African American literature. And that is the end game. I mean, it's sad to me. It's really, really sad that people are losing their health care, people are losing their benefits, all because they couldn't vote for a black woman who was willing to help you. Kamala would never do half of the things that Donald Trump is doing. You got the lieutenant governor in Texas, Dan Patrick, saying church and state? What do you mean? That's not what the Constitution says. When it is what the Constitution says, there's something called a freedom clause. But see, y'all are playing right into our goddamn faces. That's what y'all are doing. That's how fascism works. Fascism tells you, you see this, but you don't really see it. And it's happening right in real time in your very eyes. Now today, they're going to rule on birthright citizenship. So what's next? You're going to go after, well, the SAVE Act is basically going after the 19th Amendment. It's not just about black people voting, but it's about women voting. Remember when men would vote for the entire household, and that one vote would count for the entire household? A woman wouldn't be able to vote. That's what they want it to be. A all-white Christian male state. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. And it's sad. Still haven't found a place yet, but if you guys care to donate to help me rebuild, it is down below. And I'll have it saved. But yes, this is reality. This is real. I showed y'all the gas prices down here in South Carolina. I showed y'all the police station that has the Confederate flag decorated all over it. Huh. And now they're going today to decide on whether or not to end birthright citizenship. Well, this is what I have to say. Make the right goddamn choice. The same way he's pissed, Clarence Thomas is pissed off that Lisa Cook can't be fired because she's a black woman who's doing the job. She won her case. And rightfully so. They tried to fire the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, as well, too. The one who was the numbers, who are saying, hey, this is how much this is going to cost. Like this war with Iran, that should even be $1 billion a day. $400 billion given to Iran. And they got their nuclear. Because he doesn't know how to negotiate. He does not know how to negotiate. At all. And as a result of that, this is why where we're at currently, where we're at. America 250, right? When has it ever been great? Oh crap, I forgot something. Oh, I got it. I was about to say, hey. But yeah, America 250, right? Shout outs to my brother K-Tooks. We were talking about this on the phone yesterday. My brother, he don't really dive into politics like I do, but I go so hard because I want black people, us to have. Because for so long, we have been denied decent health care in this country. I told y'all the story just this week about the beautiful black woman who is suing Texas because they denied her life-saving care. They're locking up doctors for administering, for offering to help women. They want to jail women for miscarrying. Like, this is some dystopian bullshit. Like, what? This is inhumane. But yet y'all care about the children. Since y'all care about the children so much, how about some common sense GUN reform? So that we can cut down and eliminate on some of these mass SHOOTINGS. So that we can cut down on that. I care about the children so much. But Republicans refuse to negotiate that. They refuse to negotiate the extending the Affordable Care Act subsidies. All of those things. They refuse to talk about it. And then it's thoughts and prayers. Shove your thoughts and prayers. How about action? How about change? But y'all don't want that. You only care about enriching yourselves and not helping us, the working class. And shout outs to Paul Lantz. It's a word in German called Schadenfreude, which means the suffering of others. And that means Donald Trump, his MAGA movement, his supporters, they are getting off on our suffering. So you go ahead and you try to overturn birthright citizenship and see what the fuck happens. It's going to be a revolt like none other. You ain't going to never see it before. Some people will live and some people won't be here, unfortunately. That's going to piss a lot of people off. And then you're stopping. You are stopping. People from Somalia and other countries who are seeking asylum from coming into this country. But you'll allow the white ones to come in, right? The white ones from South Africa, you'll allow them to come into the country. But oh no, not the ones from Somalia. I mean, the racism is it's a sickness. It really is. And then the sad part is, shout outs to DJ AC Soulchild for exposing the racist. Some of y'all have black friends. And I wonder how they feel. They're probably cool with it. But I can tell you right now, a black person like myself, a black woman, and my people would not be cool with you saying what you're saying. There are black people who take offense to that. You cannot go out here and say certain things. And I'm seeing videos of y'all getting y'all's ass handed to you. Rightfully so. We are not our ancestors. And I don't know how many times I have to keep reiterating that. It's almost as if I'm like a broken record at this point. You need to wake up and pay attention to what's going on. It is not only a religious psychosis, it is a white supremacy, which is overruling everything in America right now. Your racism is expensive. Still haven't found a place. That's the most recent update. Still haven't found a place. We're still looking, still haven't found anything. Like I said, it's one place in particular. But even with that, you got to make sure that you're keeping everything, you know, the way it is. Okay. We got 20 minutes. We'll be back down here. And I know this heat is going to be crazy today. He's supposed to be giving a speech in D.C. I'm letting you know the record temperatures are going to be at least 100. So y'all be safe out there. Stay cool if you're in the D.C. area. But I want to see what this decision is going to be. Another thing the Supreme Court ruled on is allowing mail-in ballots to be counted. That come in late, that arrive late. That's a good thing. Because remember, back in 2024, they set ballot boxes on fire. Remember they did that. Back in 2024, they did everything to make sure that Kamala didn't win when she actually won. There's facts, proofs, and evidence out here that she won that election. And that Donald Trump, along with Elon Musk, who is now a trillionaire, by the way, put his thumbs on the scale to buy a president. And that's why they're in a panic. They're doing everything. You heard what Mike Johnson said. They are terrified. That's why they're doing this. If we can't win on trying to help people, our policies are unpopular, we're going to try to remain in power. We're going to go after this amendment and this amendment and this amendment. And that's what they're doing right now. They are terrified of November 3rd because they know the people, we have the voting power. Don't let them take your voting power from you. Make sure that you're registered to vote. Check your registration. Go to vote.org. For the time being, since it's not the general election, make sure that you are voting in state, local, and federal elections. We just had our primary runoffs not too long ago down here. Early voting began May 29th. Was it May 29th is when early voting began. And I've already voted. I did my part. Did you do yours? Because it's not over. It's not over. That means talk to people. That means explain to them what we're up against. I could educate y'all on fascism and how it works, how they can go ahead and they can shape the system and rig it so that he can win again and remain in power, and that Republicans can remain in power, which they're already doing. We're seeing them in real time panic because midterms will be here before you know it. What's next month? July, then August, September, October, my birthday month, my mom's birthday month, November 3rd. They're panicking. This year flew by super fast. I don't know what the end is going to look like when Trumpism is over, but I can tell you this. The next president that gets in office, if they're a Democrat, they have to be just as ruthless as they are. Kamala was absolutely right. We are done with the bipartisanship and reaching across the aisle. This is exactly why you have people like Zoran saying, we need some socialism. We need something different. The status quo is not working. And you got Hakeem Jeffries, who's agreeing with Zoran. Couldn't even endorse him nor Cory Booker, nor Chuck Schumer. I don't know why it's so hard for y'all to say, tax the rich. Tax the rich. And you got Jeff Bezos sitting his ass up on a podcast saying, why should we tax the rich? Because if the American working class people got to pay their taxes, you should too. You're not exempt. And again, yes, I have my commentary and critiques about the BET Awards and some of the artists who decided to go on stage, perform with Kanye West, go and see him in concert, some who've aligned themselves with Donald Trump. Oh, and speaking of which, there's a private club for the millionaires and billionaires that Don Jr. has. Guess who's one of the performers? Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, who said he wouldn't perform for this amount, he'll perform for this amount. So Deshaun always asked me that question, why do black celebrities are voting for Donald Trump and supporting him? I can tell you exactly goddamn why. And my colleague Conscious TV said it so brilliantly, celebrities will vote according to their tax bracket. That's what's going on. They fumble the bag. They want to keep their bag. They got a stack to blow. They got money to blow. They willing to hold on to that money. Not all celebrities are advocates for what the people want. Like you got Stephen A. Smith, who got on and said black people need to vote Republican. This is the same party that's causing harm to each and every one of us right now, as you sat up there and you said that. They are eliminating and rolling back on diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I love me some Lauryn Hill. Y'all know the Miseducation. That's one of my favorite albums. And I still have that album in the house. It's still intact. All of my music is still intact. So I might go back to the house today when it cools down because I know it's going to be super hot. It was hot yesterday. But yes, I look at that and I see her on stage performing with Kanye West and I'm just like, that's not fighting for the people. To me, it just makes us look at you sideways. And then you brought out Nas. Nas is talented, don't get me wrong, but we will never forgive you for what happened with Khalees. Ice Cube, who is MAGA adjacent. So you might as well bring up Chili from TLC too. And you on stage talking about cancel culture. When you align yourself with the oppressor, with white supremacists, that's a problem. We shouldn't be making buddy-buddy. We should not be quiet about it. And I'm going to quote Nina Simone. The job of the artist is to reflect the times. Shout outs to Lizzo for saying exactly what was right, which is you're going to see a lot of artists disappoint you. And I'm just disappointed. SZA was at the concert. Chloe Bailey was at the concert for Kanye West. Niecy Nash was there. Kanye West is Donald Trump's good friend. And this is the same individual that sat up here and said that slavery was a choice. So no, if you are aligned to white supremacy, no. Honestly, I don't want anything to do with you. If you've aligned yourself with white supremacists. I think Queen Latifah should have presented that award to Lauryn Hill. That's what I think. Hell, Yo-Yo could have did it. I'm thinking of female vets who need their flowers, female rap vets in the game. MC Lyte was hosting, she could have even presented. And then Queen Latifah could have took over and hosted and did the voiceover, because she does voiceover stuff as well too, Queen. Queen Latifah's a vet in the game and is a remarkable woman, super talented. That's who should have presented Lauryn Hill. I'm trying to think of another female rapper that would have, like I said, Yo-Yo, Moni Love even could have. I mean, it's so many. Ice Cube is MAGA adjacent. If y'all are doing something for the culture, make sure that you are picking people that are for the culture. Lauryn Hill said she was fighting for all of us. It's beautiful what she said. But at the end of the day, aligning yourself with white supremacy is not it. Performing on stage with people who openly are supporting a regime that's causing harm to our people. No, I can't back that. I can't support that. So, it is what it is. But we got to do better. And I'm loving the wealth transfer. Black nail techs, their businesses are going up. I love it. I love it. Of course, we can support black hair salons, black barbershops, but black nail techs? What? I do my own nails, by the way. So, I love to see it. I love to see it. When we say we are recycling that black dollar and spending within our own community, that's what we're doing. And again, my message to Jake Lang would be leave black people the fuck alone. Because you learned the hard way what happened. You call yourself trying to take the place of Chud the Builder, but you see where he's at. Keep in mind that Jake Lang is the same individual that was texting a minor decoy. Yeah. You're already banned from the state of Texas. Y'all out here harassing black people, getting in our faces, calling us the N-word, doing all of these things. We're letting you know now, we are not our ancestors. You will get your ass handed to you. You will get your ass whooped. Leave us alone. How hard is it to leave black people alone? And if you want to go viral and go famous, how I have my phone at right now, we can give you that. And then y'all want to cry and, oh, I didn't mean it that way when you lose your jobs and shit. Just stop. We already feeling some type of way about this regime and the shit that they're doing to us. And we can't move, because if we move, then that will give him exactly what he wants. And guess what that is? Martial law. The force of the Insurrection Act. So be being very strategic on the low. But trust, when that revolution comes, you're going to have a problem on your hands. So you better decide right on the decision today to end birthright citizenship. You better say, no, I'm not going to end it. Calling your representative won't help because some of them are aligned to Donald Trump and have pledged loyalty. And some of y'all voted for Fetterman. Fetterman has pledged loyalty to Trump. I know I ain't going to get no goddamn help down here in South Carolina. You got Lindsey Graham, Tim Scott, Nancy Mace, Ralph Norman. They all pledged loyalty to Donald Trump. And there's several others that have as well too. But Lindsey Graham is up, going against Dr. Annie Andrews. Do I think that my city of South Carolina will vote for her? Probably not. They don't care if the woman is white, black, Indian, any ethnicity. And if they're trying to help the people, if they see a uterus, they're not going to vote for it. They're going to vote for a white man. And that's just real. That's reality. That's the truth. We live in a misogynistic society. And I was having this conversation with my mom yesterday. My mom is very spiritual. Like, no, God will take care of it. God is going to make a way. Yes, God is going to make a way. But we also have to look at reality as well, too. And I told her that even when, the fire happened at the house, like, it's going to be okay. She just kept saying, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. I'm like, it's not going to be all right. It's now a crime to be homeless. That's real shit. That's real shit. They are talking about institutionalizing people with mental illness and who are disabled. They did that back in Nazi Germany in the 1930s. So, no, it's not going to be all right. White supremacy is reigning supreme right now. And the Supreme Court just deemed Donald Trump a king. That's what just happened. So, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to survive, and I'm going to stay in the world of reality and not keep my head buried in the sand. I'm going to give y'all these amazing shows coming up next month. I got to work on getting everything together today. Spend a few moments out of the day getting everything together. But yes, I will be back because my voice is needed. I give y'all the morning shows, and that's just about it. And then I text and talk on the phone with y'all and communicate throughout the day. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, StyleByStevie_daytime, for more information. But yes, I'm going to stop here. I got to go to the store and pick up a few things. And I will see y'all later. Again, make sure you are following, subscribe. If you care to donate, you can donate to that Cash App. Hit all when you subscribe as well, too. So you'll be notified when I go live, because we will be doing it here on the channel. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.